2, 1. So again, like we're saying, you are back here in the U.S.
I've got unfinished business, Mike.
Yes, and what is that? Let's talk about
Unfinished
it.
business in boxing. I want to become undisputed. You know, it's always been a dream, pound for pound. But you know, that ring belt looks pretty beautiful as well. I want to hang one of those up at home. So there's definitely unfinished business. I left America on a high. The world went into a chaos. We went into a crazy lockdown. And in between, I had the opportunity to climb a mountain on reality TV show, which I physically climbed. So now I'm back to climb this mountain of boxing again.
Coming in as an underdog, right, so to speak.
Underdog
The
from down under.
I love it. So who would you like to face here in the U.S. or anywhere for that?
Yeah, here in the U.S. is Seniesa Estrada. You know,
Why Seniesa?
she's at the top of the game. She's doing great things. She's a great role model for boxing, but she's got what I want, basically. You know, and I also think styles makes fights. The fight between her and I, if you ask anyone that knows both of us, they know that is a cracking fight, and the fans, not just the boxing fans, but the general public are going to love that kind of energy and love that kind of spark, especially with the underdog from down under.
Exactly, and you deserve it. Right? So you earned that right to, you know, fight like a Seniesa Estrada or anyone else for that, man, because obviously
I've been here, I've
your
done it.
knockout power, your records.
Yeah.
What is that? 6-0? I'm sorry, 6 knockouts. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
That's a lot of power and precision, which I observed today.
Yes.
You know, and if it's not Seniesa, who do you think should?
Well, yeah, there's actually someone standing in the way of that, I think, and that's Umi from Japan. She's got what I want. It's time to take her out, take that place, because that puts me in a position where I get closer to fighting undisputed. Right now, those belts are being held. Don't know what's going to happen with them. But that's going to be, you know, a strategic move, and it's time to get Umi out of the way. Umi, jump in the ring with me. It's time to get out of the way.
Ooh, so we're definitely going to send that. Do you have a message for Seniesa, by the way?
Yeah, I think styles make fights, Seniesa. So like I said on Australian TV, it's time to dance. You want to dance? You got a dancing partner. It's going to light up the crowd, so let's do it.
Right on. And now, if there's a major announcement yesterday between Top Rank and Go to Boy Promotions with Riyadh season that partnership.
Yes.
How do you think women's boxing fits into that?
I think, you know, over the last few years, women's boxing has definitely grown. Women's sport in general, like down in Australia, we've seen a lot of money get behind Australian sports, women's sports. So I believe it's there. You know, I think that women still need to keep fighting here. So with Riyadh, I know that there's, you know, differences with, you know, being a woman and things like that. But I believe that if they put the right fights on here in the States and around the world, that women's boxing is only going to grow. Like, look at the competition now. It's getting better and better and better and more exciting for the fans. You know, fans want to watch women fight. They want to watch it. It's exciting. It brings something different. You know, that special sauce to another show. Got to put something exciting in there.
Yeah, if we look back at 2023, women's boxing has so many amazing fights that stood out.
Look
And
at the
it was
Katie Taylor and Serrano fight, breaking history. You know, amazing, love it. Like, and why not? Why can't they get what they deserve? You know, women put in just as much hard work, dedication, sacrifice. You know, men are sacrificing being time around their family, but so do we. I spent so much time over here away from my children, pre-teens, while I was here trying to, you know, build up my career, getting 2 world titles that I wanted to bring back to them and have them a part of it before everything shut down. I put in just as much time and sacrifice as the men, and so do the other women. So why not? Why not? And it's proven that people want to see it. Maybe they don't want to see a full card of that, but injecting a few women's fights on one card is exciting. It breaks up the same stuff, right?
right on. So let me. You mentioned. Sorry about that. Women's cards in Australia, right? Let's talk about Ebanie Bridges, right?
Yeah.
And Tim Tszyu. Like, what would be your ideal card if you were to, if Top Rank or anyone would like to put this card on in the U.S.?
Yes.
What would be your feature, your co-main features? Would it be like a Ebanie Bridges? Who would be your ideal fighters on your card as co-main feature? Like,
I think, you know, if the main event was someone like Tszyu, he's got a lot of energy. I love his energy. He's always smiling, always bringing it, always, you know, positive vibes, and he backs up what he says. you know, and he does it his own way. Like, why we got to do it our own way? So, love to be a part of his card. I could be the co-main for something like him, and then yeah, absolutely, someone like Ebanie Bridges or another up and coming from Australia, just to give them that space too, would be amazing to promote Australian boxing and women's sports. So, if you ask me, I feel like, you know, back in the day they did it well when Mike Tyson was the fight and Chrissy Martin was the opener for TV.
Mm-hmm.
What a great strategy to bring eyes to women's boxing. You know, I don't have to be the main event, but if you got 2 draw cards, everyone's going to come see the men, right? Always. We'll put the woman as the opener or the co-main, so then all the seats, the bums are in the seats, and they get to see what women's boxing is about. I think it's a great strategy.
Yeah, it worked very well over the last, few years, and I think that we should run it back again in terms of like boxing promoters. So, your power. You think a lot of people are ducking you because of your power and your speed, your precision.
Yeah, you know,
I witnessed this firsthand today, along with Derek.
Did you feel the pain?
I felt the pain. No, I truly felt that power. I really did, and you know, I think some fighters might duck you because of that. Do you think that's one of the reasons?
Absolutely. Like, it's been challenging to make fights in the past because of that, you know. And I want the fights. You know, I don't want any fights. I mean, I want the good fights. You know, the fights that, you know, for me, what I'm trying to achieve. It's not about, oh, just fight this one, just fight this one, I just want to be a fight. No, I want those good fights. I want to create a legacy of my own, and I want to, the most important thing for me is I want to lead by example for my children, and not only my children, but all the youth and all the young girls coming up. Like, I want to be leading by example. I dare to be great. You know, failure, what's failure if we're just got the courage to try and attempt and become, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Do you think
That's
that
the power.
women's boxing lacks knockouts and other fireworks, so to speak, that happens in men's boxing? Because you know, it's a lot of talk around that, but
yeah, I think
you're still warriors no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes a special something to have that crack in the pop on your punches. It's not about power, because some of the girls have power. It's the way you deliver the power and the technique. I do feel like the technique of women's boxing is really increasing. So whether they've got that power that's going to snap through the crowd, or they've got great technique to put on a great fight. Either way, I believe that it's going to sell as long as that you're showing up in the ring, you're giving it everything. But if you've got that knockout power, yeah, of course, it's going to make a big difference, you know, and you don't want it to work against you where they don't want to fight you, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So,
that is the downside to it right there.
Yeah.
So, any major fights you're looking forward to see this year? Whether it's Clarissa Shields, the GOAT.
yeah, she's fighting really soon.
Mhm.
I do enjoy watching her fight, but I'd like to see the Serrano and Katie Taylor fight run back. It's always, you know, they bring it. They bring the energy. They bring the fire. They leave it all in the ring where it should be left. Yeah, and Terence Crawford, I mean, he's fighting on the 3rd.
Yeah.
We're just going to miss that one in LA, unfortunately. And I love watching people like Tank. You know, they're explosive. They got that, you know, that special sauce. And obviously Teo, he's really charismatic. It reminds me of a Macho Camacho. Like, that full of energy kind of, that he gets the job done. So, yeah.
I would like to see
Who would you like to see?
Bang Bang versus
Bang Bang.
Superbad
There you go.
sometime this year or next year.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get this out soon. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, Derek, Shireen, and Lulu.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, we're looking forward to see you back in the U.S. soon.
Yeah.
When can we see you again?
We'll be back when we got word on what's happening. So I first got to take out Umi, I believe.
Take out Omi,
Take
all right?
out Umi, and yeah, that's the key.
Any final words for boxing fans?
Derek.
Derek?
No, I'm excited to work with her. When I first met her, I saw someone with courage, and I realized, you know, it takes courage to be a winner. So I said to myself, I may have me a winner here. So we're working together, along with Shireen, and so hopefully we can create an opportunity or get an opportunity. But we're gonna make it happen.
There's many ways to climb a mountain. Best believe it.